In this video, I will explain you the FortiWeb Lab setup which I have created in the EVE-NG. So this is our lab topology where we have three server, a FortiWeb, then on the edge we have firewall, and external we have three devices, PC1, 2 and attacker. This is the IP schema. The management subnet to access these two devices. Let me go to the topology. These are basically cloud. So I'm connected to management cloud 0. In my case, management cloud subnet is 192.168.100. In your case, it will be different. This is the only subnet which will be different in your case. Rest of each and everything you can keep the same, like 192.168.1, 192.168.2, and then 2.100, and even this one 100.0.1. So you can keep the same. This is the only difference. In your case, it will be different. So these are the two cloud. So this is our management subnet 192.168.100.200 will be assigned to FortiGate firewall 192.168.100.200. This is the cloud so that I can access this firewall in my browser. And similarly, 100.210 will be assigned to FortiWeb to access in my browser. For the internal web server, we have a subnet 192.168.1. So 1.1 will be assigned to server 1, 2 will be server 2, 3 will be server 3. And 1.254 will be assigned to the inside interface port number 3 of the FortiWeb, which is basically gateway for these three devices. The outside interface of FortiWeb will be 192.168.2.1, and 2.254 will be assigned to FortiGate firewall. So for FortiWeb, the gateway will be 2.254 to send the traffic to firewall. Similarly, FortiGate firewall is external interface where we have internet facing three devices, PC1, PC2 and attacker, 100.0.1.1, 100.0.1.2 and 100.0.1.3. And for these, the gateway is 100.254, which will be assigned to the FortiGate firewall internet facing interface port number 3. On the FortiGate firewall, we're gonna configure virtual IPs 100.0.1.100, 200 and 250. And the FortiWeb, we will configure virtual server 2.100, 2.200 and 2.250, and these will be mapping here, such as 1.100 will be mapped to 2.200, 2.100, and this will be 1.200 will be mapped to 2.200, and similarly 1.250 will be mapped to 2.250. Okay, so this is so simple. And if I go back, these are the images which I use in this lab topology. FortiGate firewall 7.09, FortiWeb 764, Cisco switch which connected the devices is this one. Server 1 is Linux PHP action, server 2 is Linux B, and server 3 is Linux Metasploitable. External devices we have three, so one is Kali Linux and the other two is Linux Mint. For connectivity to access FortiGate firewall and FortiWeb in the browser, we're gonna use management cloud, which I show you. So these are the images. Coming to the devices username and password, so FortiWeb and FortiGate, username is admin. There is no password by default. We're gonna set 123 for the lab purpose. Kali Linux is Kali and Kali. Metasploitable is MSF admin and MSF admin. Linux Mint is user and test123. PHP action is root and default. And Linux B is B and bug. So this is our main topology. If I go back, so the basic design include internet facing FortiGate firewall with the FortiWeb device with interface LAN port number 2, which is connected to FortiGate firewall, and data center port number 3, which is connected to our 3 web application server. On the other hand, we have 3 external devices which will access these web server from the internet, which has PC 1 and 2, basically Linux meant, and we have attacker. So this is all about our lab topology. That's it.